Fuck that shit. Oh, they got salad for that. What's up, guys? Hope you can hear me. How you guys doing today? Tonight? Doing okay for Give for Jesus. Now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm doing just great. Had a rough day. A rough couple of days. Thank you for asking, though. I don't know how much chat we're going to get in here tonight. Two people. Cool. I'm going to throw a classic on tonight. You should have got the fries. If your fries are cold, Johnny, I'll bring them back. I'm going to try to get about 10 people in here. How are your fries, Johnny? I'll return them if you want. All right, good. Maybe we can talk a little bit. Eric, did you order something complicated? I got a number one. What is that? I also threw in a hot dog, which might have been a little egregious. 25 people. You can take some back. All right, this is going to be fun. Johnny just broke the news. Y'all really think there's 25 people in here? Oh, God. What time is it? 6:55. Okay. It says we got 38 people in here, but none of you are talking. So please talk. How you doing, Ursula? Hope everybody had a good return to work today and is excited about their short week. Guys, I just I really wanted to talk to y'all today about this week. You know, we got Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. I'm rebuilding the Titanic submarine. Do you want to go down it? Is Titanic a submarine? Okay, got the Polar Pop. Fuck yeah, I got the Polar Pop, dude. I'm a hustler from back in the day. Pay for them regular price drinks. If you guys ever get a chance, get the Polar Pop, sign up for that rewards because you'll get
once a month you'll get 40 cents off a gallon of gas. It was this past Thursday. I live streamed it. Just trying to get the word out. That's a really good deal. Plus, I got the $3 hot dog meal. And I don't know if you need to hear this, but you are loved. I love you. I did need to hear that, Lou. I did need to hear that today. Thank you. Lou Sass. Thank you for that love. I appreciate it. Which is kind of what I want to talk about a little bit. We all do, yeah. I don't know. Yesterday and today hadn't been a great day for me. I don't know. I'm feeling something in the air, and it's not. I don't know. Maybe it just started to happen around the holidays. But I don't know. Do your best Pee Wee Herman impression. I can't do one of those, man. Are you depressed? No. I mean, I don't know. I could be. I could be. Hi, beautiful Bill. Took the COVID shot. No, I didn't take the COVID shot, man. I did, but it was years ago. Look like a proper Wild West dude. Thank you, man. That's the look I was going for. No, guys, I just wanted to. The chances of you being in here and also being in here the other day are kind of slim. So I just want to reiterate the fact that I plan on doing something on Thanksgiving and on Christmas, maybe Christmas Eve, just because I know. Thanks, beautiful Bill. I appreciate it. Just because I know what this time of year can do to people, and I don't know. It's kind of done it to me too. I don't know. This year, every year as I get older, I just start to look at it, and the greed and everything with the Christmas, and I don't know. I don't like it, man. I mean, people put themselves in debt for Christmas, and it's for what? To prove that you care about somebody. And you guys also, I know a lot of people don't have loved ones or lost loved ones over the holidays, and it can be kind of depressing for you guys. So all I want to tell you guys is on Thanksgiving, can you play Vlad Abyss? I don't know what that is. On Thanksgiving, I'll be here. I'll throw up a live feed and we'll talk. And we can talk about anything you guys want to. You've been in my feed before. And you know that, I understand that people have can have loneliness and mental problems and things around the holidays. And it's a song on YouTube. No, I don't know that one. But, guys, just if you're out there and you don't have any family or anything on Thursday, you can always tune in and we'll try to cut up a little bit. And, oh, that's your song? Congrats, man. I'm happy it's cool that you wrote a song. I like people that are creative. Play, please, no regret. So, guys, again, I'm going to start, I should start picking up here in a bit. I go through my poor wife, sometimes I go through like extreme moods. I'll be happy as hell one minute, and then, next minute it's just not, I don't know. And I don't know. It's tough. I read a lot of the stories and everything, and these stories are really grinding on me this year because today I woke up and saw one. Let me see. Song for you in French. Please play No Regret. Shit, I'm hoping I work on Thanksgiving. I don't have my daughter till the end of the month. 5G. Um, you got the Grizzlies game on the background. If anybody wants to throw that on, Memphis Grizzlies. Getting a little better. Oh, Jaws hurt. We hadn't been needing them. We've been winning. We won 2 in a row. If you don't want to talk about basketball, that's cool too. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about tonight. But what I woke up to was there was a Facebook post with it was a group of people giving out turkeys and for Thanksgiving. And you just, it's people doing something nice for other people, and you just don't even want to click on the comments these days because, I click on the comment and there's some fucking ass bag from Arkansas, and he's he ain't got to say, oh, that's cool, hungry people eating or stuff like that. He's immediately got to go into there's got to be some kind of scam because I've seen people getting 3 and 4 turkeys and shit like that. And then so I looked up this guy, and he works at a church. He's a pastor or some shit. I mean, what the fuck are we doing, people? I mean, it's bad enough to be disgusting during the year. To be that way during the year. But around the holidays, man, when we get into other people's business about their food and stuff like that, do you think they want to stand in line for a turkey? I mean, do you think that's something that they're proud of that they're doing out there? Some jackass at home's got to get on the keyboards and type bullshit, knowing damn well he'd never say it to someone's face or act that way in public. That works at a church, no less. So, sometimes when I made a special point to troll that son of a bitch. He knows who he is. I don't know, but find your happiness wherever you can, okay? I mean, around the holidays, man, just I don't know. What have we done to it? What have we done to Christmas? What
It
just gets me a little down, guys. That's all. It just gets me a little bit down. To see humans behave the way they behave towards each other. I don't know. Somebody give me a story or something, or cheer me up, or give me a subject, or let's talk about something. Because anyone? I'll try to be more entertaining for you guys, I promise. What do you think of UFOs? I think they're real. I think we don't even know. We haven't even started to learn. Well, we don't know anything, but I think there's a lot to learn with that. Absolutely think they're out there. Absolutely don't think that they're here to hurt us. That's just me. Gen X forever. That's right. That's right, buddy. Was watching some cool Gen X stuff earlier. Was watching, y'all want to talk about some music? I don't know who's here, so, I know where you at, Gen X. I'm at home. I'm at home. I just got a background. Music. Yeah, let's talk about music, guys. Let's do it. I need something. I got one for you guys. One song that you could have played at your funeral. What song would you have played at your funeral? Oh, I said let's pick it up, but I mean, kind of important, right? I mean, do you have that one song that you would like to have everybody hear when your corpse is sitting in that coffin? My corpse will never be in the coffin. I'm getting myself cremated. It's just a personal preference. Yeah, but anybody throw up a good song that you think would be something you'd want to. Thriller by Michael Jackson. That'd be cool. So that's the kind of funeral I'd want to go to, man. I don't know Elvis. I just watched. That's what I was watching earlier. I watched one of the last concerts of Elvis. And what's interesting about the Elvis thing, and I'll get back to your Thriller comment. I think that's pretty funny. But what's interesting about watching Elvis these days is I was watching his last concert. And, everybody, a lot of people know Elvis as the Fat Elvis. That's what they remember. They remember those last couple years where he was popping the pills and got a little overweight. But what I find really interesting is I look back on it and I'm like, Elvis wasn't that fat. It's just at the time he was fat. Well, what was he, about 230, 235, somewhere in there? He had a gut sticking out. He had a lot of water weight. But comparatively speaking to today's people, look like a normal person. So looking back at that, I'm just kind of like, everybody talks about Fat Elvis, and Fat Elvis looks okay to me compared to today's Americans. I noticed that, so maybe you'll notice it too when you go back. When I was a kid, I thought, oh, everybody making fun of Elvis, and I knew he was big towards the end, but looking back, he wasn't that big. And it sucks what happened to him. He did it to himself, but... Now, Thriller by Michael Jackson at a funeral? Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if we don't do funerals backwards in this country. Funerals shouldn't be a celebration of someone's life more than where we get around and get sad and talk about their passing. My dog's barking in the background, and I'll try to stop him, but he's a barky boy. Yeah, so, man, I could imagine being at a damn funeral and having the song come on and everybody come up and start to do the dance and shit. That'd be really cool. Well, they're playing, so I'm not going to stop them. They might come and knock my camera down. Yeah, they get a little... They are putting it on. Y'all having fun? So that was it. Do you know Elvis? There must be new people tonight. Where's my regulars? You're not going outside, honey. It's raining outside. Talking to Rue. Come on up here. Come on. I got to turn my mood around for these people. Come on up here. Come on up here and give me some dog love. Come on. Come up here, honey. Come on. You're not going outside. No, you're not. It's raining, baby. I got one dog that wants to be outside. It doesn't matter if it's raining or what. But and my beagle's going to get right in the way of the camera. You going to interrupt my feed? You want to say something to anybody? You want lovin's? I'll give you some later, okay? Here. Is that good? And this is Lily, everybody. She likes to come and interrupt my feed all the time. Okay. Lily, nobody's talking tonight. Come on over here. I'm trying to get my All right. Sorry. What's up, dude? WakeUp456.org. Just trying to get situated. I got all my animals acting crazy. I set up a live stream. Of course, they're gonna come try to jump right in the way. No, I'm not homeless. Thanks for asking, though. Were you going to send me some money if I was homeless? Background giving me headache. I get it, guys. I get it. I'm going to try to get it set up in a position you don't have to worry about it anymore. She just stole something. My beagle just stole... What'd she steal? Stole something right from me. Come here. What did you get? And she's got a bag of goldfish. What's up, Rick Nichols? So, guys, I hope you are having a good night. And I didn't ask for any, trucker. Simply making a joke, brother. That's all I was doing. I mean, you asked if I was homeless, so I assumed maybe you were going to offer help. Which I wasn't going to take anyway. Greetings from Maine. How you doing? Wake Up 456 org. I'm Mexican. What's up, random 24308? Everybody's welcome here, guys. Mexican, albino, white, black. But my daddy white. I wouldn't help the homeless. Okay. I didn't say you had to. I would. Come on up here, girl. He died. Your dad died? That sucks. I lost mine when I was 28, 27. Come on up here. Come on, baby. My dogs are driving me crazy. All right, anything happened in the news today? Let's see. I'm not showing that random. I'll show anything, but I ain't showing that. That's stupid. You do understand that a Mexican is a national, but white as a race, right? That Mexican is a national, but white as a race, right? A person can be white and Mexican. Good. It's okay. I love black. I love everybody. I love everybody until they do something or say something that makes me not love them. But I always say you be you guys. As my dog stares out back like I'm abusing her because she can't go outside. Yeah, but if anybody doesn't have any plans on Thursday, you know, get a little bored, you're colorblind, I'll try to pick up a stream somewhere and talk to you. You know, I don't want anybody to be down, and I know holidays do that to people. So
Morning, Pete. Coffee's on and your Uber's on its way.
I've been thinking.
And now one of my dogs is tearing something up.
Sounds like I'm going to try and sell you an extended warranty.
I will show you guys this.
Little Pete or Big Pete?
You have 6 plants going. Sweet. Wake Up 207. By plants, do you mean plants like
Pete. I like it.
THC kind of plants? Okay, so what I got in front of me is a THC Live THC Live Batter, BADDER. Gummies, Green Apple OG, 10,000 milligrams. THC Live Batter. Now this right here is, if you were with me last week, you know something got me going. I mean, I showed you, and it was this guy right here. I know it's backwards, but these things right here, they don't mess around. I went from the Smacked, which is a brand that has their 1,000 milligrams, and they're very strong. But Smacked jacked their prices up a little bit and did some weird things. Took some gummies out of there. Instead of a 20 pack, they sell 15 pack now. I'm too high to read it. It is Green Apple OG. It's by Looper Gummies. Looper, Looper. But anyway, so I went to a different brand and I tried the 500 milligrams, and I was like, well, if they don't do what the Smack does, then I can always take 2 of them. I didn't have to take 2 of them. They're pretty damn strong. So, you know, if you're looking for one that's strong, but these were $39 for 20 of them. So what's that? $2 a gummy, right? Indica? Not sure, to be honest. Guess I can look it up for you real quick. Hang on. It says full spectrum. So is that both of them? Latin America had millions of European colonizers who stayed solely European, and after World War II, Latin America got another wave of Europeans, and not all intermix, and people forgot Spain is in Europe. Yeah, I had a Spanish friend coming up in high school, and he used to get so mad because people would call him Mexican. Made him angry. He didn't like it. I always wondered why it was such a such a bad thing to say to him, but I like sativa. I lived in Florence, Italy for 12 years. That's cool as hell, man. I like both of them. I mean, I've got vapes of both. I've got a sativa and I've got a indica, which I don't use very often. Again, most of these things that they're, you know, for pain recreation and stuff. I do have some pain going on right now, so these help. Spanish people are white. I have no idea why people think Latin / Hispanic and white are mutually exclusive. I don't know, man. Media? Maybe that's just the way the media has been portraying it all these years. I don't know. I don't know. They lie to us so damn much, don't they? Who cares about colors? If you suck, you suck. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And if you're good, you're good. Don't forget that. If you're going to add the you suck, you suck, you got to add that if you're good, if you're a good person, you're a good person. Right? Right, wake up 207. My ex situationship was Spanish. Situationship was Spanish, and he had an issue with being called Mexican. He was a bigot, though. Well, the guy that I'm talking about, I'm not going to say any of that. I will say the last time I talked to him, years ago, a few years back, he was all in Trump. But you know, that doesn't mean anything. He could be a good guy still. He was very religious though, and he had a problem with gay people too. Hard for me to get past him with that. Let's see. Good don't have to be said. Should be normal. Yeah. I wish it was. I wish it was. Michael Montoya. Mikel Montoya. Mikel Montoya. Hi, Mikel. I don't think that you're the Mikel I know, but you might be, actually. My ex was, I can't say why he was a bigot. My ex was, I can't say why he was a bigot. Too offensive. This was back in 2003, way before Trump. Look out. Yeah. Just pronounced Michael. Okay. Doing well. I speak 6 different languages. That's amazing. Wake up 207. I don't know if you're a male or female, but that's pretty damn amazing. I always thought that by my age I would speak, at least 2 languages. Problem was when I went to college, male 100. Okay. That's cool. You speak 6 different languages. When I went to college, I decided that I was going to learn. What did I try to learn? Italian or some shit. It was something not common that I shouldn't have taken. And of course, I had to drop it. Come on, you never went to college, bro. Yeah, I did, man. 3.5 years. University of Memphis. 1990 to 1993. And then I wound up getting a job in casinos down here in Tunica, if you know the area. Started making a little bit of money. Told myself, well, I'll just go back to school. Never went back. But that's okay. It was my choice, my decision, and I live with it. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Let's see. Italian's my second. Oh, look, another uneducated gay Republican. Thanks. What was your major? Something lame like communications? It was... Well, I didn't know what it was for a long time. I went into school and just got my core curriculum stuff out of the way. It was journalism / advertising. So, yeah, I guess you're kind of right. It was kind of communication, but it was journalism / advertising. Okay. Hey. Come on now. That is, I struggle to learn my language disability. I earned from my language disabilities. I barely learned English. Mom had to get me tutors so I could get through school. I've tried Spanish 3 times, no luck. Really, I always thought Spanish was one of the ones you took that were a little easier. I don't know. I've never been to college and I'm doing well. International. I mean, college is, I don't know, man. I was really mature when I was in college. It was hard for me to stay in class. I didn't buckle down the way I should have, without a doubt. But I think hey. I think that I think college is more about learning about yourself personally. Because I learned a lot about me in college. And I loved college, man. The people who didn't get college or who are opposed to college or whatever, man, don't be. it's a good time. You learn, there's a lot of personal growth in college. A lot of personal growth. Did you ever really graduate? I did not graduate. When you have no uh, major, it's called liberal arts. I told you I had a major, man. It was journalism. I it started towards what it was it started. I was doing more like towards advertising, but then I started to realize that as an advertiser, all I'm going to be doing is lying to people, and I kind of soured on that a little bit and was like, okay, well, it's journalism. So interesting that I have my own press channel now, and even though we don't do, not yet, we don't do typical types of stories. You never know; it could go that way. Um, English is your fifth language. That's cool. Hey, what's up, Kid Rock? I love your music. It's what's up? What is your dog's name? Hey, loud as fuck. That's what his name is right now. Uh, his name's Mose. Mose, I want to show y'all something really quick. Hey, hush. Y'all stop. Settle down. Settle down. Sit down. Hang on. Move. Now, this right here. Okay, I found a device. Spanish is easy compared to other language. Spanish is cool. My dog's name is Mose. He's named Mose from the television show Office. When you come to Chicago, Kid Rock, I love Kid Rock. So does my dad. Dog's name's Mose. Prove it. Show us your bachelor's degree diploma. I don't buy it. Go get it. Hawkman, did you not hear the whole conversation? I told you I didn't graduate, brother. I didn't graduate. Now, could I go back and get an associate's and from all my credits, associates in general education? I don't know, maybe. But, it was a long time ago. What kind of dog do you have? He's a Heinz 57. He's a little bit of everything, a little bit of pit. Funny how I sniffed that out. Did you lie in your past? No, dude, what are you talking about, dude? Anybody? Did I ever say I graduated college? Let's set the record straight for Half Hawk Man, or whatever his name is here. I never said I graduated college. I said I went to college. I went 3.5 years. I ran for the University of Memphis. I ran cross country and track. Why does he have to prove it? I took Mandarin, but when I stopped, lost it very quickly. My professor warned us not to stop before the study abroad program, but I had to, a family tragedy, and had to quit. Yeah, all I know of Mandarin is I watched that guy. There's one guy, I'm sure you've seen him on YouTube, who goes, he's a white guy, he'll go into foreign countries and just start speaking fluently in their language, and they're always blown away by it. What is this game on? One of my dogs has done changed it off the damn Grizzlies game. Hang on. Which one of y'all changed the game? Memphis Grizzlies. Why'd you turn it to Florida Atlantic? Well, who the hell here likes Florida Atlantic? One of my dogs likes Florida Atlantic. You sound lonely. Have you been abused? I had a German Shepherd. Wake up, I just a little down today, man. That's all. It's just one of those days. We all have them. You have a German Shepherd. German Shepherd's smart as hell, man. I love German Shepherds. When I was little, I was afraid of them. And then when I got into dogs when I was older, I've met a bunch of German Shepherds, and I think they're wonderful dogs. How long is a university cross-country race? Look, dude, first off, they're different. Generally 3.2 miles. Okay? Generally 3.2 miles is what a college cross country race is, or was when I ran. Do you want to know my times? My best mile time was 4:27. My best 2 mile time was a 9:55, maybe. It was either 9:55 or 10:12, somewhere in there. And my best 3 mile time was 15:18. So, if you think you're catching me on something here, you're not. You're not catching me on something, bro. Okay, I was a runner, and I was a pretty damn good runner too. In high school, once I got into college, though, all those guys were talking. We had a guy on our team that could run he could run a mile, close to 4 minutes, maybe under. So when you in high school, I was a big fish. When I walked on out at the University of Memphis, because I didn't want to go where I had a couple of little scholarships, nothing big, but sorry about that. Beagles do that. I don't want you to think I hurt her. I just picked her up and flipped her over. Come on now. Go on. Go on over there for a minute. You can't be up here for a minute. All right. She's not going to listen to me. So my background's going to be jacked up for a minute. All right, let me continue. No, it's 3.2 miles. 3.2. 3.2. Yes, I ran a 4:27 mile. Absolutely, I did. I did it First Assembly Christian School in West Memphis, Arkansas. Or not First Assembly Christian School, the FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. They had a big meet out there in Arkansas, and I ran a 4:27. If you were in rally cross country race, if you were rally and cross country race. Dude, I'm talking about running, man. What do you think I'm talking about? A motorcycle? You think I have motorcycle classes in college? I'm talking about running, cross country. That's funny. If you actually think and I'm not ribbing on you or nothing, but I just want to know, seriously, is that what you think I'm talking about? Because you keep coming up back with these 4:27 miles crazy. It was pretty good for at the time, but I mean, like I said, in college, I had a guy running, he could run under 4 minutes. You only ran in high school? No, I ran in college too. You quoted high school. Dude, I ran in college too. Why are y'all doing this? I ran for the University of Memphis, and I walked on out there. That's it. You ran dope in high school. Half, what the fuck? Fucking detective. College is 8K, high school is 5K. I'm mixed up, bro. Oh, running. My bad. Oh, what were your 400 time splits? My 440 was it wasn't great. It was pretty good. I was 52 maybe. 50, yeah, 52, 53. It may have been a 54. It was somewhere in that area. I wasn't under 50, but I was competitive enough to run against high schoolers until I got to high school. When I got into high school, the 440 was not mine anymore because we had a guy who could consistently run 52s. That's my best time, is a 53, 54, whatever. So that wasn't my race. Running from the cops. If you really ran a 4:27 mile, you'd know your splits by heart. What does that mean? Well, I did. You talking about when I'm running? I had an internal clock, man, that was freaking just amazing. Amazing. I could tell what pace I was on. I could tell you my splits when I'm coming across at the mile mark, within 2 to 3 seconds, just about every time. Uh, it's just an internal clock that comes when you're a runner. Those glasses are dope. Thank you, man. Are you telling the truth? I am telling the truth, absolute truth. The dude, you're a beautiful trans woman. Dude, look, I don't have a ton of things to brag about from high school. I wasn't the greatest athlete in the world. Played baseball, okay, average, nothing special at all. Basketball, average. Football, cross country coach wouldn't let me play football because he was the track coach. He didn't want his distance runner, his star distance runner, getting hurt. And then I tried to talk him into letting me punt. He didn't want me to punt. He didn't want me on the field at all. Even though one time I kicked a 40-yard field goal while running cross-country practice after we got done, while they were out on the field practicing, came down and kicked a 40-yard field goal. First time I ever tried it. He gave me a look like, maybe? And he's like, no. So they didn't want me, the cross-country coach didn't want me running, playing football because it was during cross-country season. I was never a big guy, but I was pretty fast. But I had power in my legs, because I was a fucking cross-country runner. But they got together and said, no, he's not playing football. He's a track runner and a cross-country runner. Big Lebowski. This guy never ran a 52 400. Look, did you see the way I was thinking about it for a second? Dude, it could be 54. Okay? I sat there, I thought about it. I thought it was a 52, but it could have been a 54. More likely it was probably a 54. Now that I think about it, because of the simple fact that he was running, our main guy was running 51.50, and he was winning the races. And he could beat me, but I wouldn't want to run the 440 anyway, just because it's a sprint the whole way practically, and you can't really even pace yourself. I hate it. I think it's the most difficult race. The 400 and 800, those two are screw that. I'm trying to remember what my 800 time was. I don't think it was that great. I think it was like, I want to say 218 maybe, somewhere in there. I don't know. But they did put me on the 2-mile relay team, which I always hated because it was the last meet of the race, or of the last race of the meet. So there's something. If you think I'm lying, down here, our last race of the meet is always the 2-mile relay. Always, okay? And no sons of bitches on the team want to run it. It's almost like he just, he grabs whoever is willing to do it. We actually had a decent 2-mile team, though. But I think I ran about a 218 or something like that. I wasn't good at that. I needed distance. Okay. I believe the guy. Thank you, man. I like to chat wild. Ha ha. He can kick a ball over those mountains. First, you said you went to college, but only admitted you dropped out later. Then you said you ran cross country in college, but only really ran in high school. No, I did not just say I only really ran in high school, bro. I went out I ran for the University of Memphis. I absolutely walked onto the University of Memphis and ran. Did I do anything great or amazing? No. Because the bottom line is, when you're in high school, you can be for my high school, I'm the number 1 point scorer in the history of track. Period. And I probably still am. And the reason being is because I was the only son of a bitch on the team that ran 3 events. I ran 3 events. I ran the mile, I ran the 2-mile, and then I ran the 2-mile relay. And you get points on every one of those, okay? Now, This is not me bragging or anything like that, because I'll be honest with you on the next part, okay? In the mile and 2 mile, during my high school career, not during the state or anything like that, just or the regionals, I'm talking about league, my high school league, I never lost a race in the mile or the 2 mile. Now, let me explain to you why I never lost a race. We're in a predominantly black league, so a lot of the schools that we ran against were African American. You know, we were kind of an interesting school because we were about half and half. You know, but our track team obviously had about 80% black, 20% white. But so I would go out and I would run a mile or a 2 mile against people who were training for basketball. You know, they weren't real. They weren't coming out there seeing me and going, I'm going to beat that guy. They knew before the fucking gun even sounded, they don't have those points. They have those points. So you get second place, you know, so again, it may sound like bragging, but it's not. Okay. I ran against predominantly black schools, and in black schools, they did have one really, 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 really good black runner who ran for Fairleigh. And he was, I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen back then, but it was just rare. It was like, if you came out for track practice, if you were a white guy, you're a distance runner. If you were a black guy, you're a sprinter, you know, and whatever else in the middle, we'll figure those things out, the field events. Not saying it's right or wrong. I didn't have anything to do with it. It's just the way it was back then. All right. Damn detective, Trump MAGA. Are you also a Navy SEAL? No, man. I look, dude. It makes me sound like a braggart. I'm not trying to sound like a braggart. I'm just trying to tell this guy that I did those things, okay? Do I tell anybody at all today that I do those things? No, absolutely not, unless that comes up in conversation and I can be of help, or I think I have a good story for him. So in other words, I don't live off my high school glory, man. I mean, that just is what it is. Thank you, Wake Up. I appreciate you. Navy SEAL, I'll have to run that by Don Shipley. Do you also invent the internet with Al Gore? No, man, it's not me. I like these glory days stories. I don't, man, I mean, we are Gen Express, right? So we can't go back and tell a glory days story every now and then, you know. Bro, I ran 2. There's no 2 mile relay in high school. Yes, there is a 2 mile relay in high school. Look, dude, it's 4 people. Each of them run an 800 meter. It's a 2 mile relay. Now, if your school didn't have it, that does not mean my school does not have. My school definitely, absolutely had that race. The 2 mile relay in the 80s and early 90s, I know for a fact was a thing. So, you know, your school might not have had it, but you know what? There's schools out there that don't have pole vaulters because they don't have a damn pole. We didn't have a pole. We had one pole, and it was a giant, big-ass pole. It didn't bend. Nobody could do it. Everybody tried. So guess what? We just didn't have a pole vaulter. So, I mean, you're going to get in those situations where maybe they just didn't have an interest in that kind of stuff, whatever your district was at. I don't know. Again, it was placed at the end, which I always assumed meant it wasn't important at all. Believe you me, whenever I got up to run my mile or 2 mile, all the stands emptied out and everybody went and took their breaks and this and that, because they're like, oh, the guy's going to be running for 8 laps, you know, or the guy's going to be running for 4 laps. But I appreciate that input there, man. But we had it, so that's all I can say about it. Half and half cappuccino. Are you libertarian? I think I lean a little libertarian. Yeah, I think I do. Dude just keeps stacking lie upon lie. No colors. You're libertarian. Stop the color. Blah 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 blah. Well, I mean, I thought it's an interesting thing because I don't want to sound like I'm this fantastic, unbeatable runner when I could look around me and see I had this guy in high tops, you know, this guy over here. I've even run against guys with dress shoes on, okay? And that, as sad as that may sound, it's happened. So, you know, I just want to be clear on the fact when I tell you I ran a 427 mile or a 10:15 2 mile or whatever it was, 9:55, 10:15, somewhere in that area. It may have been a 10:04, maybe 6. They're not locked in, man. I'm going to be off by a few seconds. Okay, so if you hear some bullshit like with the 52 seconds, you saw me sitting there thinking, I was like, 52? Was it 53, 54? I know for a fact I run a 54. It might have been my fastest fucking 400 of all time. It's probably something that I couldn't do continuously, but I do know that I ran that one time because I ran it against him. All right. That one black kid was from the tribe that ran across deserts in Africa. It's fucked up, dude. What's wrong with y'all guys? What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? I mean, hey, black people do. They do win a lot of marathons. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do, but you know, all this shit about white people and black people being different types of athletes. I get it, man, and I get it's controversial, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it and stuff like that. But I mean, it's why not? Just talk about it. My goodness, why are we talking about running? No shit. Who wants to talk about running? I ran high school track and cross country in the 80s too, bro. Some shit you're saying ain't right. That's all. Oh, what'd you run, man? Talk to me. Talk to me, man. Look, dude. I can promise you. I'll tell you how old I am, okay? I graduated 89. I graduated 89. Okay, how about this, man? How about this? How about this? I can tell you how the scoring system's set up for high school track. Because it's different from cross country. Let's do cross country. Let's do cross country since you don't think I ran cross country, okay? Okay, what I just told you, man, about running against the black athletes, this is going to solidify it, okay? In my 3 years at my school, we had a quality cross-country program. And it was because of me, because I recruited people, and because of another guy, I'm not going to throw his name out there, named Shane. He was a phenomenal runner. He recruited me, and because he knew I was passionate about it, because I was good at it. It was one of the few things I was good at. So, you know, of course I loved it. But our team in high school, in 3 years of high school, now get ready for this, okay? Had perfect scores on all of our cross-country meets up until you get to regionals or city, or up until you get to city. So our league scores in our league for 3 years was a perfect 15 points. Okay. Now it's gonna get boring for a couple of you guys real quick, but I'm trying to prove to Half Hawk that I'm telling the truth. Okay. How cross country scores, it's very unique. First place guy, 1 point. Second place guy, 2 points, and so on and so on and so on. So you don't, and 5 people have to score. 5 people have to score. Okay. So what that means is, out of my 3 years in our league, we finished perfect in all of our league matches, which means not one runner from one other team in 3 years beat our top 5 runners. Period. It just didn't happen. Did we go around acting like we were the badasses that we thought we were? No, because when we got to Memphis, when we got to the city, we always did good. Regionals, when we got to regionals, we struggled with schools like Christian Brothers, you know, the public, private schools that have a lot of money. We struggled with those guys in cross country, you know, because they had a team full of, you know, rich white kids that could, you know, they could run. They could run. So that's what that should solidify it for you, brother. Okay, I'm the real deal. I ain't messing around. You and I are probably the same age, give or take. Fucking colors be you. I also graduated in 1989. Shout out, brother. Last class of the 80s. I'm out later. Appreciate you coming in, 207. Thank you much, man. You didn't run college cross country with those times, bro. You didn't even know that NCAA distance is 8K. Always has been. Only exception is male national championship which is sometimes 10K. I believe you ran in high school. No, 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 no. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong on my numbers as far as like college goes. Here's the thing about college, okay? When I walked on out there, that was a damn. All of a sudden, the guy that didn't lose, I lost a handful of times in my high school career. And then I get into University of Memphis, and guess what? There's fucking 5 of me. There's literally 5 of me. So, you're used to being the one to pull everybody else up. You know what cross country is about, bro. It's a team sport, man. It's even a bigger team sport than a lot of football, baseball, anything like that. Because if you don't get that back runner, number 5 runner's more important than the first runner. 1,000%. If you don't have a good number 5, you're screwed. So my whole time was spent motivating the people behind me. I wanted them to catch my ass. I was like, get up here and catch me. So I will tell you honestly that I may be off on the distance in college, but to be honest with you, it's not something that I really remember too much because I was not in the front of the pack. Hell, I was lucky to be in the middle of the pack. I think my best finish in college was at Arkansas State University. It was an invitational, and I think I finished 18th maybe. And then after that, I at not at regionals, at the conference championship, I stopped halfway through the race because I had a huge blister bust on my foot and bleed through my shoe. So I did not finish that race. I mean, I'm not proud of how I performed in college because I just wasn't prepared for how good they were. Holy shit, I got up in there and I thought I was going to be the number 1 guy, and here I am way the fuck in the back, lucky to be our number 5 runner. So, I don't, yeah, all that, it's not fond memories to me because it was cool, but it could have been so much cooler. And I'll finish it for you, man. I'll finish it for you. I ran one season, okay, one season. And then after that, I flunked out for a semester or a half of, well, I didn't flunk out, but I went on academic probation and couldn't run again. So it's not like I had this long college career or anything that I was going to go brag about, but it's a part of my life, man. And I'm proud that I walked on out there, and I'm proud that I became good enough to at least give them some points or help them in some way. But I should have been on scholarship somewhere. Not gonna lie, that's a whole nother story on that. Which, hold on, get a Bible on it and swear on you ran a 4:27. I believe you're 10:10 mile, but the 4:27 mile. Well, look, dude, the mile was that. Okay, wait a minute. I don't think I could ever run that time again. I also remember the time. I remember it because I think I was a junior, which is unusual because I never ran that time again. So I was more on average. I'm going to say I was in the 440 to 450, 440 to 450, 52, somewhere in there. Okay, being 100% real with you, okay? That's where I was on average. So when I tell you I ran a 4:27 mile, I mean, could I run it again? No, because I didn't run it again. I tried to run it again, but I couldn't. So it was my absolute best mile that I ever ran, and I remember it because it was a very I didn't win that race. I didn't win that race. A guy beat me, and I ran behind the guy. And he kind of, you know how in NASCAR, man, hey, calm down, relax. Grizzlies are down by 10 to the Nuggets right now. Predictable. But so you know what I'm saying, man. I kind of let him take the wind. And I that was rare for me. So that 427 was probably more to do with that guy than it was for me. For me, because again, remember what I told you, I ran in a league where we didn't, the best mile time, the second best time after me at in the mile in our league was always 5:10 to 5:20. Okay, so you're looking at a guy. I mean, there were a lot, races where I would lap people on the mile, or not the mile, but maybe the 2 mile. So, that shit wasn't fun. I didn't like that. I didn't feel like I was some superhero because I'm running against these kids who, in high tops, who are just training for basketball. And I know that's an unusual situation for you to try to fathom because it's probably not a normal situation, but it was in '89 where I went to school. So, give me that, okay? Just be yourself, brother. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Hey, I I want a half hawk, man. Can you bear witness to a story? I need to get this off, and I've only have 2 people in the chat right now, so it might be time to get it off of this chest. Okay. So will you indulge me of that, half hawk, half man, half hawk, half man? Okay. Okay. All right. So now, you're probably wondering, hang on, baby. My other girl's trying to come over now. Rue, she's feeling very needy right now. Okay. So I'm half hawk. I'm gonna tie the story together right now for you. And you're either going to feel really sorry for me or you're just going to laugh your ass off at me. Either or, I don't care because I deserve both of them. Well, I don't know if I deserve the crying part, but sorry, I got to stop her. She's like a bull when she wants something. Just wait a second. Give me a couple more minutes. I got to get this story off. Okay, so you're probably wondering. Stop. Half hawk, man. Look, you're probably wondering, you probably thought in your head, well, wait a minute. If this guy's run those times, then why is he not talking about scholarships? Okay? Here's that story. And it's a fucking ridiculous one. I had a school that wanted me. They were ready to offer me something. And, I had a couple of other offers. I actually had an offer from South Alabama, which is an all-black school, which I actually thought about. And probably, today I probably would do that. Back then I was a little, all-black school, even though I grew up around a lot of black people. Okay, so senior year, track. All right. I have a great year. I've talked to the guy from Arkansas State. We've chatted. He's on the phone, and he just doesn't tell me anything. Okay, so that's why I'm here. Okay, so he seemed like, yeah, you're coming. You're going to be coming, and okay, so. At regionals, or it may have been at City. Don't quote me. It was either at the City or at the regionals. It was one of those two. But what was going to happen was, if I qualified, then I had to run on my prom day. That's a true story. I was going to have to run on my prom day. So I decided, like the fucking knucklehead that I was, and which I've been throughout my 20s and most of my 30s, decided, you know what? I'm just I did the worst thing I could have done. Okay. I didn't just pull out of the race because I didn't want to run it. I didn't want to qualify because I wanted to go to my prom. Um, it, it must have been state. That's all I can think. It must have been regionals to state. Because it would have fallen on my prom. That's all I remember. And my dumbass, I wanted to withdraw. I didn't want to run it because pretty much my high school career was over. So, but I ran it. And when I ran it, I was a real fucking jackass. Okay? I ran around this fucking track being goofy, like to show everybody that I'm losing this race on purpose. Why I would do something like that, I don't know. I was a fucking stupid ass kid. I was just kind of, just jogging and waving and so I don't know if you can see where the story's going, brother, but let me finish it for you. So I finished in whatever place, fourth, fifth, whatever, did not qualify to move on. So my high school career is over, right? So I'm up in the stands. I'm joking, getting ready, putting on my stuff, getting ready. And as I'm walking down the stands to go out to my car, guy comes up to me. He's in a suit. Never seen him before. Sticks out his hand. How you doing? So and so, coach of Arkansas State University. I think his first name may have been. Don't quote me. I fucking can't remember, dude. That was a long time ago. But yeah, he had driven over. He'd driven over hour and a half, 2 hours away, and didn't tell me about it. Sat up in the stands, watched me be a complete jackass, came down to me and said, "What happened today?" And no, that's what he did first. That's the first thing he said to me. He walked over to me and said, "What happened today?" And I'm like, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm so and so, coach at fucking Arkansas State, jackass." And I looked at him and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me." And I didn't know what to say to him. So I tried to fucking. I was like, I didn't want to run. It was on my prom, and I never heard from him after that. It's all over. It's all over. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that one. That's one you can tell your kids that, word of caution: don't be a cocky son of a bitch. Do not be a cocky son of a bitch. People that can be watching you. If that's not who you are as a person, don't fucking be that way. Don't try to, act like a clown for these people, because, oh, look at me. I want to prove to them I'm not, I could win this race. I just don't want to. And it cost me my college career. So that's that. All right, here we go. All right. What's the percentage of the gross national GNP goes to entitlements? I have no idea. Less than 25. 2/4 of negative GDP in 2025. Look, guys, I had a gummy. Okay, I can't be talking GDP right now, bro. Your stories take so long. It's because I had a gummy, dude. Hank, you're here. Point is here. Grocery prices, inflation, unemployment all up sharply. Unemployment. My prom, that was gay. Hey, dude, I've always been kind of a romantic. I'm not gonna lie about that, but I'm certainly not gay. Did that story really ever happen? Yes, that story absolutely happened on the life of my dogs. That story happened. Did not procreate. If I had procreated, I could have passed this wisdom on to him not to be, just don't be a nutsack sometimes. I was and I'm honest with you, half hawk. I've never shared that. I've shared that with a handful of people in my life. My wife knows about it. What was the date of that story? It would have to have been May of 89. It would have to have been May of 89. Maybe late April, early May, I'm assuming. All right, guys, let me show you all this real quick, all right? Dogs, dog lovers, check it out. I got this. Actually, I don't know where I got it from, okay? But I'm a reseller, so I did a little research on it. And Yeah, and it was, by the way, it was the Arkansas State Indians at the time who were talking to me. It was not the Arkansas State, whatever the hell they are now. They were the Indians back then. Okay, so this, check it out, guys. This thing, it's called a Bark Buddy. All right. Now, I don't know that they sell this one in particular anymore uh, because I think I got it picking somewhere or something. But I looked it up and it's got a little, it's to the one person still here. Uh, is that you, Half Hog? I ain't lying about it, man. It's the most embarrassing moment of my life. I look back on that moment and I'm just I just can't believe it. You know, it's sometimes I look back at myself and I'm like, what in the hell was wrong with me? You know, and I look at that and I'm just like, man, that is sad that I was so dumb back then. But then I also look at it and I think, man, it's sad that I've come so far since then. You ever seen that movie Looper? I would love to go back and talk to my 18-year-old dumbass self because I'd grab him like this and pull him over and I'd tell him a whole lot of things that he didn't want to hear. So telling you that story, you're my new best friend, half hawk, half man, okay? And if you ever hear that story down the line, you know, if we ever get a community of people in here, which some nights we do, some nights we don't, then, you know, there may be a time where you can say, or you can put it in the chat, ask the jackass about his, you know, his high school cross country scholarship deal. Ask him about that. That look, man, I know it sounds like a far-fetched fucking story, but I look at my face, man. I have had a lot of far-fetched stories happen to me in my fucking life. I don't know if I've just put myself into position for these things or what. Yeah, prom, laugh, prom, yeah, laugh, prom. Well, and the thing about prom that I remember, it was such an important day to me. Um, I booked a room, right? I booked a room and I'd never, I, I had everything planned. It was a big deal. I had dated this girl. I had dated this girl for a while, you know, and I was super excited, man. And I could tell she was too. But of course, I was super excited because I booked a room, you know what they say about proms, or at least they used to say that about proms. I don't know if they do anymore, but prom night, you know, come on, man. And it was pretty much a given. It was happening. So, so super excited for that, you know? So when people laugh at it, I get it, dude. But at the time, you know, I did some cheesy stuff. I had helium balloons filled up and put all in the room. You know, I borrowed my dad's best car. He only had two, but he had a CRX that was Anybody remember the little CRX? It was so badass. This one was anyway. And I wanted to that. You know, I wanted to drive that night. So now looking back, yeah, it's funny. We can all laugh at it, but at the time, those things felt really special to kids. You know, I mean, that was a big deal. It was my first real, true romantic gesture. Maybe not my first, but my first. Well, if I'm going to get lucky tonight, at least I'm going to look good doing it. You're going to feel like you're special. She was special. But yeah, did anybody else do, prom night, any cheesy stories, or were you expected to, not expected, let me rephrase that. You're never expected to do anything. It's just kind of, oh, well, it's a rite of passage, blown chance. No, it happened. All that happened. Because my blown chance was right before you came in. I was talking about something else, but the prom happened and all that happened. Was it as magical as you would think? No, of course not. It was ridiculous. It, both really too drunk to really have a good night anyway. And on top of that, you know, at that age, you don't know what the hell you're doing anyway. So, yeah, I'm sure. And I would hope that she's out there somewhere blaming it on the same thing, you know, because when you're young, you got to cut yourself some slack when it comes. I'm sorry, I keep tossing my beagle away. If you have a beagle, you know. I'm doing the beagle toss. She's got a, you know, she's getting too much in my area. And beagles just will not listen at all. But whatever, Noni. Thank you for, you know, bringing back a memory there. I don't know how old you are, if you had a prom or anything, or if you had any kind of craziness happen at the prom. You got a beagle? That's funny. So you know, right? I mean, I don't know. This girl, she's amazing, man. But man, when she gets into I want to be rubbed mode, it's just like she's gonna be there. She's gonna force her way on you, and they're just stubborn as all get out. But she's pretty great. Other than that, and a couple other things. And she collects dirt. Like when she comes in, we don't have a lot of grass in our backyard because our dogs have walked, you know, the grass away. But when Homer, what a cool name. I love it. This is Lily. When she comes in, for some reason, her fur is very good at trapping dirt. Like I've had other dogs too that you pat them, you know, when they've been out in the dirt and a little bit of dirt comes off. But with this girl, you pat her. I mean, it's like pig pen. It's like pig pen on peanuts. That's what she looks like walking around. But I mean, other than those few little gripes, and besides the fact that, you know, she's a great sleeper. She likes to come under the blanket. She likes to get up around your head, wherever she needs to get comfortable. And I tell people she's like a Xanax, basically. You know, if she gets up in your lap or on your side or whatever, and you're even the least bit tired, even if you don't think you're going to be tired, she's going to put you out. You know what I mean? And I love that. Oh, love that. All right, gone. Now go away. Home. She got a 13-year-old beagle. Is he a big beagle or a little beagle? Oh, come on now. Big beagle, little beagle. Let's see what's going on. 8:14. Short, yeah. That's what she is. We just got lucky because I wouldn't call it getting lucky. She wasn't lucky. She was in a house, a breeder house that had like 28, 30 beagles in there. And they, what are y'all doing? Nothing's happened. And they brought them all to the Memphis Animal Shelter. And of course, you know, they were all adopted really quickly. So I was there, and you know, we needed another dog because we have a really rambunctious dog, and we have a dog that, you know, he's not so much. So she was perfect. We didn't know it, but she was perfect because they're hardy, they're strong, they're rough dogs, you know. So yeah, anybody that's never had a beagle, man, beagles are pretty cool. Maybe get one. Except for when they're being assholes like she is right now. Stay over there. Want your beagle butt over here. I got a couple people in here. Hey guys, I know tonight there was no real rhyme or reason or any real direction in here. I just need to get on for a minute and kind of talk to y'all. I had a kind of a shitty day, man, and just talking to you guys sometimes kind of lifts my spirits up. So I appreciate y'all being there to do that for me. And any new subs or anything, I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to be doing more content, but we also are going to do kind of trying to get on a kind of a regular schedule with this thing, because I don't know, we got some ideas. Do you have any Diddy oil left from last night? Nah, man, all out of that, dude. But anyway, love you guys. Love every one of you. Thanks for coming in here, man. I will talk to y'all soon.